Hey everyone, it's Matt with Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. We're here on Vision of the Seas, staying in an Aft Junior Suite. This is room 8588. There's some things I really love about this Junior Suite. There's other things that aren't so great. So, would we stay in this room again? Let's check it out. So first, let's show you how to get to the room. You're on deck 8 and come off the midship elevators. Deck 8 right there. Head to the starboard side. And then take a long walk down this hallway. One cool little feature of the Vision-Class ships here on deck 8 in the aft is there's this little stairwell right here that takes you up to deck 9 into the spa. And for those of us in the rear of the ship, it's a nice little shortcut up to the spa, but also the solarium. And when you get to the rear, you make a left here, and this is the room right in the corner. First, let's check out the entryway. As always, we check out the muster station, which is 15 outside on deck 5. And as you walk in, on your right, you will have your master bedroom light switch. You have this small closet here, which I'll show in a few moments. Your bathroom, and you have this nice little credenza, I guess I would call it, and a mirror, hello. And on your right, you will have your closet. Here's the main part of the room. Your bedroom area, you have a king size or royal king size bed, which can split up into 2 twins. You have a nice little spot for paperwork here, 2 hooks, which are great for hanging robes. On this side, you have a normal size end table. Decent sized drawers there. You have another room switch here, and then a reading lamp. Some nice artwork above the bed. Excuse the laundry. On the other side, you have a slightly wider set of drawers. And I like this, it's a good sized table, plenty of room to store things. Here's that other reading lamp for the other side. Over here we have the sofa. It's a good sized sofa, and it is a pull-out sofa, so you can have up to 4 people in this room. My son has been sleeping on this at night. Here's a view of what it looks like when it was made up. Being in a junior suite, you still get 2 times a day room service. So our room steward has been closing up the sofa during the day so that we could use it. And then in her evening service, she comes in and makes up the bed for Ryan. That's really great. So we have this sitting area here. We've got 2 nice chairs. They are older, but they're comfortable. They do the job. I have them pushed back a bit, but you have 2 ottoman, 1 for each chair. Interestingly, these ottoman open up and there is storage inside there if you need to use it. There's a little shelf right here. I think this shelf used to be when they'd had the old CRT televisions. That's where the television would be. They don't have those anymore. And a very large mirror. There is another reading lamp over here. Now we'll move into the desk and vanity area. Up here, you have decent set of shelves. One thing, the shelving in this room, some of it's kind of odd, and I'll show you that in a minute, but there is a good amount of shelving, so I am a fan of all that storage. You do have your ship safe here. It's decent size, but still not big enough for a laptop or anything along those lines. You can see this drawer, things need to be tightened up. It doesn't swing very well. You have a TV here. I believe it's about a 32-inch TV, small compared to newer ships. Even in a standard room on newer ships, you're getting 50, 55-inch TVs. We watch very little television except for when football's on, so it does the job. Some shelving underneath. Down here, you have the standard ship cooler. And yes, it's a cooler, not a refrigerator. It does not keep things cold, just slightly cool. I would say this one shouldn't even be plugged in because it doesn't even keep things cool. Everything in there is room temperature. So probably could ask for that to be fixed, but we don't really need it for this cruise. And then in the vanity area, you do have large set of mirrors here. Behind these side mirrors, you do have storage. And it's the same over there. You have your desk. It's a pretty narrow desk. I haven't done any editing sitting there because it is so narrow. I just went over and sat on the bed to do some editing with the laptop because I think the space would be too small. Of course, we have our jumble of wires for all of our equipment that we need to keep plugged in or charged, including our USB fan that we use. For power, you have, now we have a bunch of stuff plugged into it, but you have 2 US outlets, and then you have 2 European, which that's kind of nice. If you're from the US and you have converters, then that works really well to have 2 of those, give you that extra set of plugs. Down below here, we have 3 drawers on this side, 3 drawers on this side, and your desk chair. Over on the left-hand side, this is the switch for your vanity mirror light, and then you've got a few ducts there, and your announcement channel volume. And then on the left, you have your room phone. Up above that, you have your HVAC control. It is the standard dial that you see on many ships. Air conditioning in this room has been pretty good, I would say. Now let's check out the closet area. Going back to this credenza, you do have a number of shelves. We've moved the coffee maker over here. It's usually over where the plugs are, so you can plug it in, obviously. But we don't drink coffee, so we weren't using it, so we moved it out of the way over here. There are 3 narrow drawers here, which is quite interesting, but an extra place to put some clothing. See some more wear and tear there. Then you have this narrow set of shelves here. And it's a good amount of storage. It's just got a very narrow opening. You just kind of have to wiggle your clothes in there, and it's a good set of storage for clothing. Storage is quite good in this room overall, just some odd configurations, which I'll show you another odd shelf configuration in a moment. Now the actual main closet. It has 2 doors. One's a very large door that opens up all the way like this, and you can get to the majority of the closet from here. Plenty of hangers in this room, which is quite nice. A lot of plastic hangers. Usually we're shorted hangers and have to ask for more, so it's nice not to have to ask for that. A lower shelf here with plenty of hangers. All of our shoes down there at the bottom. There is a shelf up top, but we really haven't used it. We just have our life jackets up there. Then you have a door on this side that opens up to the remainder of the closet. It's still one closet all the way through, just with this in the middle. Plenty of hanging space. And then I said I was going to talk about some odd shelving. You've got this kind of weird set of shelves just sitting here, and we're not really using them, but some small narrow shelves in the drawer, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. So let's head into the bathroom. You have your light control for your bathroom as you head in. One thing, this room rocks a little bit at night, I'd say. You are in the aft of the ship, you've got the engines, and it does vibrate a little. I don't mind that, but this door does vibrate and make a little noise. We've had to take a little towel and stuff it in there on some of the rockier nights to keep the door from making noise. So here is the bathroom. Immediately on your right, you do have a small cabinet here where we have lots of toilet paper, a shelf, and 4 open shelves here. You always know I like high shelving to store medication. Your sink area, you have small single bowl here and some shelving space, a very large mirror, and some shelving underneath, which our room attendant has put extra towels for us should we need them, which is quite nice. And your 2 different trash cans. Standard ship toilet, works just fine. And then one of the features that you get as part of a junior suite, besides the extra room that you have for the room, is you do get a full-size tub. Now this is one of the features that I love, but this one, it's been a little bit problematic. The first day we weren't getting much hot water. It did get better. We've had hot water since the first day, so they either fixed something or it just got working. We haven't had much water pressure. Some days better than other, but overall I'd say the most the water pressure was fair, and then it was pretty weak on some other days. So you guys have heard me in the reviews before. I like strong water pressure, so not a fan of when it is weak like that. So that's one of the big negatives for this room for me. But you do have a shower wand that adjusts up and down. Your shower controls heat and pressure, what there is of it. Some shelving. You do get your Salt and Breeze shampoo, soap, and conditioner. You get that for being in a junior suite. Typical rooms just have the 2-in-1. And then you have your towel racks here on the other end of the shower. And of course, this is a full-size tub, so you could take a bath in here if you like. Let's head over to the balcony. And I just want to say again, one of the reasons that a junior suite is really nice is there's a lot of extra room and a lot of extra seating in the room. There is a small wooden table that's supposed to be here, but that to us just gets in the way, so we actually put it out on the balcony, which I'll show you in a moment. But the best feature of this particular junior suite, and of course the one that's on the opposite side of the aft of the ship, is this is in the corner, and it gives you the best balcony I think you can have on a junior suite, at least in this class of ship. You get really large set of windows here, so you can already see we are at Coco Cay, and it's just a big massive room, so if it's raining out or something like that, you can still see plenty outside with this large set of windows. And it's a huge sliding glass door here. There is no child safety lock, so if that's important to you, that's something you should consider. Any of the older ships do not have child safety locks on the balcony doors, so you want to go in a newer class ship for that. The door, very easy to use. Swing it up, and it easily glides across. Well-maintained door. Some doors on older ships get really stuck, but not this one. Let's head out. Here we go. On this side, there's that table that's usually on the inside. We will put that back in before we end our cruise. We've got two very nice padded loungers, though the padding is a bit stiff. It has gotten a bit worn. Have a small table there. Some chairs with some pads. And it wraps around here over into this corner. We've got another large table. Got another padded lounger here. Another chair here. You can sit off and check out this view. There's even another chair back there that we haven't used at all. So let's turn around here and try to get you a view of this whole balcony, because it is huge. I'm sorry, there's a bit of wind. If you're getting wind noise, I apologize for that. But just look how large that balcony is. It is way larger than you'll get on most junior suites. And the views are just incredible. I mean, you just stand out here, you can see to that side, and you can just wrap around and keep wrapping around. And then you can head over here and look over the side and look way forward up the ship, because you don't have any bump out on these ships, at least not a substantial one. So really love the views and really love this balcony. So let's look at the pros and cons of room 8588 here on Vision of the Seas. First pro, I really like its location. Now for us, it's great. We can get to the back of the ship. It's quiet. No one comes back and bothers you. You're kind of like in your own little corner. So that's a great pro for us. The other con of that could be, though, for those that are, maybe mobility impaired, it's quite a long walk from the elevators or stairs. If you can't have a long walk like that, this may not be the room for you. The other pro, being a junior suite, it is a good bit, I'd say at least 50% larger than the standard balcony room. Big fan of having that extra space. Of course, the biggest pro of this junior suite, going along with that location of being a corner aft balcony suite, is the balcony. The views from the balcony are just great. Probably the best views you can get from a room on this ship. Or what are the negatives to the ship? Well, you're on an older ship. Vision is one of the oldest ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet. The room's a bit dated. Things are a bit worn. There's some carpet trim falling off, loose cabinet doors. There's some work that Royal could do to the room to make it nicer, but regardless of that, it's gonna have older furniture, older trim. That's just how it is. If you need a very modern trim room, don't book this ship, book a newer ship. Another con, if you are mobility impaired, this room may not be for you. It is a long distance, but the biggest con of this room is definitely that water shower pressure. And you guys know that is a big deal for me. I do not just like taking showers with weak water pressure. So the heat's been good. If you remember my review on Vision from a year ago, we had an aft balcony room down on the 7th level, and we had no heat, like maybe lukewarm a couple of days, but no heat to that water at all, and that was the worst. They gave us keys to another room so we could go take hot showers. That was bad. We've got plenty of hot water on this room. That's not a problem, but the water pressure, that can be a very big deal breaker for me. So that brings us to the question, would we book this room again? Like I said, I've torn back and forth because water pressure is a deal breaker, but the balcony overcomes it. I love the balcony of this room. So we're gonna go with a yes. We would book this room again if we were sailing on Vision of the Seas. So we hope you enjoyed this overview and review of room 8588, a junior suite in the aft here on Vision of the Seas. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and hit that like button, and also check out the rest of the Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future cruising content. This is Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Happy cruising, everybody.